reason you entered my radar, which was about this time last year.
Yeah.
And it's because you had written a memo to the employees, and it leaked to GeekWire, and that's where I found it. And if you could give us a little bit of background on what the memo was about and what has transpired over the last 12 months since you wrote it.
When you start doing a startup and you create a culture and it's working and the business is building, which Avalara has always done. It's been a fast growth company in a really fantastic area, and we've wanted to create a world where we were different than everybody else. I mean, we were a disruptor, and we really wanted to change status quo. And as you did that, we created a world that was around using a Tiki hut as a trade show booth at an accounting convention, right? We do 400 today. We do 400 trade shows, and we have a Tiki booth. We have a Tiki hut at them. And yes, we serve.
That's not even one a day. That's
we'll have multiple going on any day, and we serve margaritas. I mean, so at the trade shows, I'm not sure we actually do that as much now because I'm not sure that you're allowed to do that in trade show halls. But that was really what our culture was, and it really wasn't about the margaritas. It was about our imagery that we wanted to create at our company was, hey, sales tax is something in a digital world is not going to be manual. It's going to be, it'll absolutely be automated. And so we wanted people to think that they had something that they could do better with their time, and we wanted to, hearken people back to whatever it was, sit on a beach, go play golf. But if you didn't deal with sales tax, you had more time to be with your kids, to do whatever you had to do. And it just so happens that a Tiki hut really manifests itself, really well in taking people to a place that's different than their normal environment. And so we had this whole fun thing going. And I would say in our company, as it grew, fun started to take over a little bit too much. And I've listened to some of the panels that you've had before, and one of the things that was most striking in one of the conversations that I heard when I was prepping for this, which was, when there's warning sign, what do you do? And everybody else answered on your panel. They were so eloquent in the way they answered that question. It was like, oh yeah, well, you jump on it right away and you just crush it out of there, and you have to do those things. Well, I did not do that. I was not that good at that. So, because you don't want your things are going well with the business, and you don't want it to change, even though it should change in your heart. And so it got to a point in our company where I had to stand up and say, enough is enough. The good old boy network, the drinking thing that was going on, all of that just was not, there was no place for it at Avalara any longer. And what I was proud of that email, because I said, hey, listen, I have been in this culture. I mean, I started this company. I am part of this as anybody. And so I said that I was not going to do it, and I was not going to tolerate anybody that would do that in the company. It wasn't the end of fun, but it was just a different time. And it was really an awakening for me personally. Now, I did learn a second thing that I had no concept of. See, I mean, all my other CEOs, everybody at that time, they are so much more enlightened than I am. Yeah. I mean, really, I listen to them and I'm like, holy cremini. So I put this out as an internal memo to the company. And I had no concept that anybody outside of our company would care one whit about what we were doing. And the next day I saw it published in GeekWire. That was a shocking event for me personally, because it just had no intention. It was just for our people and whatever. And I think it was good. I was very proud of it. I felt for the very first time that I was a CEO. That was a defining moment for me. And I said, that's the kind of person I want to be, the kind of leader that I want to be. And it's really helped me, find my internal voice, internal voice for Avalara.
And since then, what have you learned?
Well,
Or what's been your biggest learning?
you know, I have learned that if you do not deal with these issues quickly and swiftly, there's just an undercurrent in the company, and you can't. I mean, you've got to stamp it out wherever you can. You have to create safe environments for people to be able to talk about issues. That you have to be actively involved every single day in the environment that you're trying to create and improve, and that comes with a much more active role in inclusion, because once you make that commitment, once you do that, then the things that might have happened in the past would never happen in the organization.
Mm-hmm.
It just wouldn't. And I'm really proud. Amelia Ransom, who's here today, is our engagement and diversity person. And we said, okay, we are going to put our money where our mouth is. We're going to create programs. We're going to do trainings. We're going to help our environment be a better environment for people to work with.